You already know, Easy in the house, Easy A. I want to thank my Heavenly Father. I want to thank the ancestors, my extended ancestors, my archangels, the extended angel, regular angels, all high vibrating beings, high divine beings, and the light beings. All dimensions, realms, multiverses, past, present, future, the all in all. Yeah, I'm here, that you call vibing high, loving life, respecting the most. Been going through a lot of emotional whirlwinds, a lot of I'm not even gonna say that, but y'all experience it when y'all start going through it. It's really hard to explain, right? I want everybody to know, or everybody that's seeing this, we are all very special. And I mean real special. So special to the point where we all rich and just don't know it. Alright. We have heretical, or your ancestors' wealth. The wealth that is abundant for all. But in this illusion that we live in, or the construct that was created before we was, conscious, they manipulated the situation the way it is. We all come from a rich legacy, abundant legacy. And somewhere down the line, one of our ancestors sold our legacy, or allowed somebody to trick them out of their legacy, their inheritance. And throughout generations, throughout the history, of our lifetime, or our family bloodline, there've been a lot of prayers that's been, put up in the ethers for a soul in our bloodline to reclaim what needs to be reclaimed. And there's a set rules, a set of guideline rules that will help you unlock that situation to be able to attain it. And how you do that is by gathering information. When I say, God says all knowledge is good knowledge, seek knowledge first, seek Him first, seek knowledge, and then everything else will come to you. It's so true. All right? Everything in the Bible is His promises, His true promises. The only ancient of ancient wisdom, knowledge. We're talking about the Creator here, the Creator of all, where everything comes from, and everything goes back to. And even though I just said that we go back to, we never apart from it. We are fragments of the Creator in this illusion, and it's prophecy. All this is prophecy. What's happening now is prophecy. We in the end, close to the end of days, real close, closer than what people actually think. The rapture have already happened. I know it sounds crazy, especially if you strictly into religion, and I'm not going to even completely say that, because if you was truly searching, your Heavenly Father asked you to search, you'll know what I'm saying is true, because he'd have done enlightened y'all. He'd have, gave y'all glimpses and revelations to what I'm talking about. I know some of the things or some of my ideas sound crazy, but all of it is straight truth. It's not made up. It's not imagined. It's just described in multiple forms to get that point across. Master lessons. Learning how to read energies. I know it sounds crazy, like read energies. What are you talking about? Alright, you know how they got that saying, yo, keep that energy? If you understand that terminology, then you basically understand what I'm saying. And if that didn't get the point across, all of us know what energy, all the different energies of this planet feel like. You know negativity, you know confusion, you know isolation, you know hate, you know love, all the opposite side. But we really need to focus focus on both. But by my experience and being ignorant to the true state of what's going on, because you learn what you learn when you learn it. And it all happens in God's timing. Like, God is real. The Creator is real. The wisdom and understanding of your Akashic records, or I forgot the name of it. It's a legendary library that everybody, or our historians and great minds, been searching for actually on this planet. That place could exist in our reality, right? I'm finding you, right, in our reality, but it haven't been found yet. But it has been found in, the heavens. It done been found in your inner world, the inner you. Because that library is all the information of the world from the time it was created until, to the end of time. All the wisdom of the world, any subject, any category, any question, you would definitely get an answer, and an exact answer, a truthful answer, an answer that's going to stand the test of time. All influences that have negative effect on you are energy draining vampires, if they know it or not. If you're in a happy mood and you get around an individual and all of a sudden your mood is not cheerful or happy or energetic, the individual that you're around is siphoning off you. They draining your peace, they draining your knowledge and your gifts, and replacing it with their negativity and their hardships and their karma. We have a lot of individuals on this planet that does a lot of that. You have some that created whole lifestyles, whole realities off of other people's essence, off of their abundance, off of their spirit, off of their God-given peace and divineness. My job is to speak on these things, and whoever hears, and whoever don't, y'all don't. But my intentions is for all to hear and all to understand. And I also pray, if it ain't by my words or by, my intentions that unlock you, that whoever I unlock, they'll be able to unlock y'all. Because the more of us that's unlocked, the better this planet will be. Finding you, the better this planet will be. Now getting back to energy reading, it's easy, something you've been doing, like I said, all your life. Anything that affects you in a negative way is an energy vampire. Energy vampires are basically there to destroy, to confuse, to lead astray. What's crazy about it is that they have the knowledge that I have, or I have the knowledge that they have, but they're not giving it out gracefully. And I say the reason why is because of how they got their information, especially if they was brought up through any type of occult, any type of elite brotherhood, like the Skull and Bones, the Illuminati, any sorority you could basically say, like the Mormons, anything with logic and masters and apprentices and stuff like that. And you have to go through certain rituals and certain initiations for you to acquire this knowledge to whatever extent they will allow you to acquire this knowledge. And they're going, at the same time as they using you, as they siphoning off of your abilities, off your knowledge, off your wealth, you, without you knowing it, they also will ask you to pay on top of that for the simple fact that they don't know, you don't know, that you already paid or already is paying for that information that they want you to pay for. Actually, you done paid for that over infinity. Like whatever price it is, you put infinity times infinity on that. And believe it or not, if you really paid that much for information that could be given to you by your diligence of exploring and getting knowledge, gaining pieces of the big picture, the more little pieces of the big picture you get, the clearer the picture is, the more understanding of the picture, the more gaps you got, the less understanding you have, and the more lost you are. My job is to walk this path, which is it's not an easy path. It's not a path that most people would choose to walk. And how I know that for sure, because there's been a lot of people called to do what I'm doing, and a lot of other individuals that's true to this is doing. We're giving out this knowledge freely because we know what it is to be in the dark with no direction, no understanding, being traumatized, being hurt, being betrayed, and every other thing under the sun that you would call inhumane, that you wouldn't want to put no human through, or shouldn't want to put no human through, because if they could go through it, you could go through it too. And that's what a lot of us don't realize. The things that we create for other individuals, you're not just creating it for them, you're also creating it for yourself. As time go on, even if you think you're getting away with something or have been getting away with something, sooner or later it's going to bite you in the ass. It's going to come back to you in this lifetime or the next. And don't think that you don't come back. You do come back. You just don't remember that you come back. And only chosen individuals do get to remember that, they've been here before. But getting back to that choice that I was talking about, a lot of people don't choose because a lot of people have been called. A lot of chosen ones been called and didn't rise to the occasion. They talked that big shit. They had, good ideals, ideas that would work, but they wasn't willing to continue to go through the fire that we all experience. And what's really crazy about that is that even though they declined from walking, being in that fire, you're gonna be in the fire anyway. You don't escape it, but now you're in the fire without the one that could put your ass out. What's going on, man? All right, I'm here. All right, that could put your ass out. And that's the worst feeling. And then, not just that, all the stuff that you thought you got away with, you start remembering. And as you remember, it gets more intense. And it's the guilt. It's the guilt. The guilt that you've been burying, the guilt that you've been hiding, the guilt that you try to claim that wasn't actually there. God is so great that he's strange. And if you feel that you strange or anybody that calls you strange, don't feel bad about it. Be happy about it. Take that shit as a compliment. Because if you strange, that means you close to God or closer to God. There's a there's a lot. There's a lot. You gotta be willing to change. You gotta be willing to learn on top of what you have already learned. Because what you may have learned maybe helped you survive, to where you are now. My love, come on, you gotta go with that bullshit. Come on, have some respect. We got old people coming in. You got kids coming in. It's crazy. All right, but it is what it is. Right? We all have our own challenges. We all have our own experiences that we have to walk through. Some of the stuff that you going through might be a piece of cake for me, and the stuff that I'm walking through might be a piece of cake for you. But that's not guaranteed at all. But at the same time, I should respect whatever you going through, because I would want you to respect whatever I'm going through, no matter how I'm going through it or how I'm handling it. You have to respect it because it's my reality. It's what I'm experiencing, and if I'm venting, that's healthy. But at the same time, you gotta be careful of who you vent to, because information could be used to against you. It's a lot. It's a lot, and as like I said, you get those pieces of the puzzle, and no matter how you go about it, you'll start getting understanding, and when you get understanding, you'll have more wisdom. And once you get it, don't be a fool to forget it or disacknowledge it, because then you're gonna have to experience it again. These are the cycles that we go through, especially the karmic ones, the negative ones. They lessons for us to realize and awaken to what we doing to ourselves, what we doing to others, and what's the true outcome of whatever the hell we doing. Time tells all, and as you doing whatever you doing, especially if it's negative, you do something negative for a year, you'll see the negative effect in your life, because your life is not going to be the same as it was when you wasn't doing that. And then the more you do it, the more comfortable you get with doing it. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, the worse the situation gets. And it's not that you can't fix it, it's that you wasn't being aware of what was going on around you, because you was focused on whatever you was focused on, whatever you was getting, or thought you was getting, or whatever you wanted. Right? It seems like, be careful for what you ask for, because you just might get it. True statement. And that actually comes out the Bible, because he asks us to come to him with prayer, to ask for what we want. But if we ain't Pacific, and I mean you got to be like real Pacific, You got to also not just see the good part or what you're expecting to get out of it, but the negative that also can come with it, will come with it, and how you deal with it. You gotta look at it from all angles. Right? Nothing is one-sided. A lot of things is many-sided, but natural law is two-sided. There is no, three, four. There's an in-between, but the in-between is the balance. So it's going to fall to the right, it's going to fall to the left, it's going to fall to the right, it's going to fall to the left, and eventually as time goes on, it balances. But the crazy one, it's not really crazy. The crazy one is that one that y'all need around. The crazy one is the one that'll get you through whatever the hell you need to get through. Especially if you just listen. But enjoy your afternoon. Stay blessed. And, look for your best self.